Hey there. Today I want to share 7 habits that made a huge difference in my life in just 1 week. Yes, only 7 days. I know it sounds a bit surprising, but these habits are really straightforward and can make a big impact. I tried them myself, and they helped me feel better, more focused, and more positive every day. So grab a comfy seat, maybe a warm drink, and let's dive into these habits that can bring a lot of good into your life too. I'll even share some personal stories along the way, so let's get into it. Habit 1, waking up early. The first habit that helped me a lot was waking up earlier. Now let me tell you, I was not a morning person. I used to hit the snooze button again and again, but I decided to try waking up early just to see what it would be like. So I set my alarm for 5 a.m., and it was tough at first. The first few mornings, I was super groggy and wondered, is this really worth it? But after a few days, things started to change. I began to enjoy the quiet of the early morning. It felt special, like I had time just for myself. I started doing little things like stretching, taking a short walk, and even just sitting quietly for a few moments. I didn't feel rushed or stressed. I could sip my coffee slowly and plan my day. One morning, I even got to watch the sunrise, and it was beautiful. Just a few minutes of peace in the morning made my whole day feel smoother. So if you're curious, try waking up 15 minutes earlier each day and see how it makes you feel. Habit 2, daily exercise. The second habit that changed things for me was daily exercise. I wasn't always the biggest fan of working out. I used to think, I'm too tired or I'll start tomorrow. Sound familiar? But one day I decided to try moving my body every day, just for 1 week. I kept it simple, just 20 minutes each day doing yoga, jogging, or some stretching. At first my muscles were sore, and I didn't always feel like doing it. But by the 4th day, I noticed a change. I felt more energized and my mood was better. It wasn't about intense workouts, it was just about giving myself some time to move. I even tried yoga, which I didn't think I'd enjoy, but it turned out to be a relaxing way to start my day. So, find an exercise you enjoy and do a bit each day. It could really lift your spirits. Habit 3, journaling. Next up is journaling. And wow, this one surprised me. I used to think journaling was only for people with loads of free time. But I decided to give it a shot for just 10 minutes every night before bed. I got a notebook and I'd just write about my day. What made me happy, what was tricky, or even things I was grateful for. At first, I wasn't sure what to write, but soon I found it so relaxing. I started seeing patterns in my thoughts, like things that stressed me out, or moments that brought me joy. One night after a tough day, I wrote down my thoughts, and it really helped me see things more clearly. Writing things down helped me feel more in control of my emotions, and I found myself looking forward to those 10 quiet minutes each night. So if you're curious, just grab a notebook and start writing whatever's on your mind. It doesn't have to be perfect, it's just for you. Habit 4, mindful eating. Now let's talk about mindful eating. I used to eat while scrolling through my phone or watching TV, barely paying attention to my food. So I tried a week of mindful eating, where I focused on every bite and really enjoyed the food in front of me. I'd sit down at the table, take a few deep breaths, and eat without distractions. And wow, I noticed how much better the food tasted. I started to feel more satisfied after meals because I wasn't rushing. I also became more aware of how different foods made me feel. Fresh fruits and vegetables made me feel light and energized, while heavy snacks sometimes made me feel sluggish. Mindful eating helped me feel more connected to my body, and it's something I still do. If you want to try it, start by picking 1 meal a day to eat without distractions. You might be surprised by how much you enjoy it. Habit 5, limiting screen time. This next habit was tough, limiting screen time. I used to spend a lot of time on my phone or watching TV, and I realized it wasn't making me happy. So I decided to limit my non-work screen time to just 1 hour a day. I used to check my phone every few minutes or watch shows late into the night, but cutting back gave me so much more time. With the extra time, I started reading more, drawing, and even trying new recipes. One evening, instead of watching TV, I went for a walk outside. It felt great to get fresh air and enjoy nature. My sleep also improved because I wasn't scrolling through my phone before bed. If you're curious, start by setting a small screen time goal and use that time to do something you enjoy away from the screen. Habit 6, decluttering. This habit might sound simple, but it really made a difference. Decluttering. I took some time each day to tidy up a little. Whether it was cleaning my desk, organizing my clothes, or even just making my bed, it made my space feel lighter and less stressful. There's something about having a clean, organized space that makes you feel more at ease. One day, I went through my closet and donated clothes I hadn't worn in ages. Afterward, I felt a sense of relief. Having less clutter helped me think more clearly, and it made me feel more in control of my surroundings. If you want to try it, start with just one area, like your desk or a drawer. You'll feel a bit more peaceful each time you clear out some clutter. Habit 7. Practicing gratitude. Last but not least is practicing gratitude. Every day, I'd write down 3 things I was thankful for. At first, I thought this might be too simple to make a big difference, but it was amazing how it shifted my mindset. Even on tough days, I found small things to appreciate, like a sunny day, a warm cup of tea, or a friendly conversation. One day, I wrote about how thankful I was for a random act of kindness from a stranger, and it made me feel so happy. Writing down these moments helped me focus on the positive things in my life instead of what was missing. If you're curious, start by thinking of just 3 things you're grateful for each day. It's a simple habit, but it brings a lot of joy. So, those are the 7 habits that changed my life in just 1 week. If any of these habits sound interesting, give them a try. Start with 1 or 2 and see how they make you feel. Remember, small changes add up, and before you know it, these habits might bring some positive energy to your everyday life. Let's keep growing, learning, and making each day a little better. Thanks for joining me today, and I hope these tips inspire you to make small, happy changes in your own life.